let's talk about hacking, because otherwise, if I keep doing this, I'm never going to get to the rest of the topics, and then we won't get to the declining sperm count and shrinking penises, and we've got to get to shrinking penises, and I expect big super chat contributions when we get to shrinking penises. I mean, where else are you going to get the lowdown on where the penises are shrinking in the world today? This is a real issue. Just look it up, and look at all the newspaper articles about this. This is a real challenge. So we have to get to that. But to get to that, we need to get to 400 before I get there. And after that, I expect real support. I expect the support to ramp up. All right, what do you do about hacking? So we just got this pipeline hacked. This pipeline company hacked. It's a company owned by Charles Koch, by Koch Industries. It has disrupted gasoline supply to the entire East Coast. There's shortages of gasoline in a number of different East Coast states. It's really created real havoc to parts of our economy. In order to get rid of the hackers, the company had to pay, I think it was $10 million in cryptocurrency to the hackers. The hackers now being identified as a criminal organization operating out of Russia. Of course, this isn't the first hack or the last. Many businesses have been hacked. Famously, Sony was hacked because by North Koreans in order to prevent them from releasing a movie that made fun of the North Korean brutal, horrible, crazy, murderous dictator. But most American corporations are now being hacked. Banks are being hacked. Businesses are being hacked. Facebook is being hacked. Software companies are being hacked. Some of it by criminal gangs. Of course, China has hacked both businesses to steal information, and China has supposedly hacked the U.S. government and stolen stuff. The biggest hack of the U.S. government happened last year during the Trump administration. And I say that because people think all bad things have happened only under Biden. What was it called? I had the name of it, something wind. Anyway, where did that go? I had the article right here. Yep. It was a massive computer hack of states, and of the federal government, weapons system. It was truly extraordinary in its scope. It was called SolarWinds. Thank you, SolarWinds. Intelligence agency blamed the Russians. Trump never blamed Russia for anything. We still don't know exactly why, but didn't blame anything. So we have state actors hacking, Russian security forces or individuals linked to Russian security forces, Chinese security forces. We've got criminal organizations hacking. What should the U.S. government do? Now, one proposal is that the U.S. government should force, through regulations, companies to start improving their cybersecurity. It's not the job of government. Government is there to protect our individual rights, not to demand individuals build barbed wires around their homes, build fences. It would be like, there's a lot of burglaries in the neighborhood, so you should put barbed wire on your fences. Nothing we can do as police. We're not going to catch the criminals. We're not going to try to solve the problem. We're just going to ask you to protect yourself better. Now, banks already have this. Hackers find a way around it anyway. But the solution to hacking is not playing defense. The solution to hacking is playing offense. The solution to hacking is the same as the solution to piracy. The solution to piracy is not to tell shipping companies, don't go near the pirates, or don't sail at all, or give weapons to your crew. No, the solution to piracy is to send the Navy in and to blow the pirates out of the water. And if they are land-based pirates, blow their villages on land base out of the water. The solution to theft is the arrest of the thief and putting him in jail. And if the solution to theft in other countries is to destroy the other party. So to the extent that we know who the hackers are, they should be hacked and destroyed. Their computers should be turned into smoke. Now, I don't know technically if this is feasible, but it strikes me it has to be. If it's state actors, then the United States should hack into China and basically shut it down. You want to get into a hacking war with us? Okay. Deploy the nuclear option, or at least do it once and tell them, I don't know, shut down the electricity for 24 hours and tell them, you're going to hack us. Every little hack you do that we can identify as origins in the Chinese government, we are going to shut down electricity in your country. Or we're going to, whatever would devastate, whatever be shocking, whatever would actually force them to do something about it. But it's more than that. Imagine if there's a mafia organization, organized crime. And imagine it is operating out of, Sicily, Italy. And it's committing crimes in the United States from Sicily, Italy. Then the thing to do is to tell the Italians, here's the evidence that these people in Sicily are committing these crimes in the United States. Arrest them, extradite them to the United States, or punish them in Italy, whatever you want to do. And that's what should be done. Hackers are no different. If they are hackers like this latest hackers out of Russia, we should demand that the Russian authorities arrest them and send them to the United States. And if they don't, we should then attribute the attack from Russian soil to be done by the Russian government, and we should shut down Moscow for a weekend. I have no doubt that American hackers are the best in the world. Maybe I'm wrong. You guys can tell me I'm wrong. But this is real theft. This is not some trivial kids playing games on computers. This is not get the man. This is stealing on a grand scale. And it's important, and the role of our government is to defend us. And sometimes defense means going on the offense. It means identifying who they are and putting them in jail, or destroying their capabilities to ever do it again, following them around and blowing up their computers wherever they may be. Well, you don't have to deploy bombs. You can hack the hackers. So I don't understand. I don't understand the attitude that exists out there of, okay, well, the U.S. government was hacked. All these secrets were stolen. Everything was happened. We know it's the Russian government, and we're not going to do anything. We're just going to pretend it didn't happen. Or maybe we're going to shake a finger at the Russians. Oh, you shouldn't do that. You shouldn't hack our systems. You shouldn't do it. Please don't do it again. Be nice, Russians, or Chinese, or whoever it be. No, it's like an act of cyber war. And the only way to address an act of cyber war is to treat the cyber war. And Jonah Goldberg had a article this week called "The Case for Treating Hackers Like Pirates." Now, I don't know. I mean, he was arguing in the end what we should do is hire some private hacking firms in the United States and give them carte blanche to destroy hackers overseas. Just like we used to commission boats say, go after the pirates. We'll pay you to go after the pirates. Well, but this is exactly what we have a government for. Now, okay, use contractors. That's fine. But it should be under the banner of the U.S. government protecting the individual rights of Americans. So while I like Jonah Goldberg's analogy to pirates, he didn't go far enough. He wasn't aggressive enough. Well, I guess that's not surprising. It takes me to say this kind of stuff. You gotta defend. And offense is the best defense. And you gotta do what's necessary to protect your people, lives and property of Americans. That's what it's about. That's what government exists for. All this other stuff is not its job. Yeah, privateering is what it was called when they used to take private boats and tell them, go fight. All right. So that's my solution to hacking. Hack the hackers times 10. Times 10. Show them that you're better than they are. And if we're not better than they are, then we're in deep trouble. Because this is the future of warfare. This is the future of warfare. All right, guys.
And to begin with, I wonder if I can ask you to capsulize. I know this is difficult. Can I ask you to capsulize your philosophy? What is Randism?
First of all, I do not call it Randism, and I don't like that name. I call it objectivism.
All right.
Meaning a philosophy based on objective reality. Now let me explain it as briefly as I can. First, my philosophy is based on the concept that reality exists as an objective absolute. That man's mind, reason, is his means of perceiving it. And that man needs a rational morality. I am primarily the creator of a new code of morality which has so far been believed impossible, namely a morality not based on faith.
On faith?
Not on faith, not on arbitrary whim, not on emotion, not on arbitrary edict, mystical or social, but on reason. A morality which can be proved by means of logic, which can be demonstrated to be true and necessary.
All right. All right.
Now, may I define what my morality is?
All right.
Because this is merely an introduction. My morality is based on man's life as a standard of value. And since man's mind is his basic means of survival, I hold that if man wants to live on earth and to live as a human being, he has to hold reason as an absolute, by which I mean that he has to hold reason as his only guide to action, and that he must live by the independent judgment of his own mind, that his highest moral purpose is the achievement of his own happiness, and that he must not force other people, nor accept their right to force him, that each man must live as an end in himself and follow his own rational self-interest.
May I?
All right, before we go on, reminder, please like the show. We've got 163 live listeners right now, 30 likes. That should be at least 100. I figure at least 100 of you actually like the show. Maybe there are like 60 of the Matthews out there who hate it. But at least the people who are liking it, I want to see a thumbs up. There you go. Start liking it. I want to see that go to 100. All it takes is a click of a thing, whether you're looking at this. And the likes matter. It's not an issue of my ego. It's an issue of the algorithm. The more you like something, the more the algorithm likes it. So, and if you don't like the show, give it a thumbs down. Let's see your actual views being reflected in the likes. But if you like it, don't just sit there. Help get the show promoted. Of course, you should also share. And you can support the show at JeronBrookShow.com/support, or on Patreon or Subscribestar or Locals, and show your support for the work, for the value hopefully you're receiving from this. And of course, don't forget, if you're not a subscriber, even if you just come here to troll, or even if you're here like Matthew to defend Marx, then you should subscribe, because that way you'll know when to show up. You'll know what shows are on, when they're on. You'll get notified, right? So, yes, like, share, subscribe, support. Like, share, subscribe, support. There you go. Easy. Do one or all of those, please.